Welcome to Wales to Sales, where we're going to show you a Catana OC 50 inside and out, up close and personal. Stay with us to see the rest.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Shelley.
We are professional pilots flying the Boeing 747, nicknamed the Whale because of its massive size. We have circled the globe and crossed the oceans countless times. Join us as we take you with us not only in the air, but our journey to travel the world at sea level in our catamaran sailboat on Whales to Sales.
So here we are at a boat show, and we are checking out the Catana OC 50 that we are really in love with. And Catana was nice enough to let us bring you on board and show you around the inside of this boat. So come with me. So for one thing, this is what they call a plancha. It's an outdoor grill, and it works off of gas. And I guess you can also get a grate for it to make it more traditional. But it's very popular in Europe. This is probably where I will spend the majority of my time when I'm not actually having to do something, because this is a fabulous seat. So we just spend all day here. In here is, so this is one of the reasons why I love this boat, is it's like a house inside. So this would be your dining area here. And just to be clear, these sliders, they open all the way up. So if you take a look here, they're in the open position. I'll show you later how you close them. But right now they're open, but this whole back wall is glass. You come inside here, and both sides of these windows, I think I can show you, they both open fully. So it opens up completely. The other side does the same thing. So it's like the whole boat is open. Okay, so this is a dining table, and they've gone through a couple reiterations of design, but this one is the one that will be on our boat, and it opens up like this, and then you can add extra seating on the other side, and you can slide it in closer for dining. And then it folds up out of the way when it's not needed. So let's do this. Maybe that'll get edited. Okay, so lots of cupboard space here. These all open for storage. You have a choice of whether you want refrigeration or whether you want freezers. I think we're going to go with the freezers. So these are freezer drawers, or like I said, refrigeration. And then you have a microwave here, more storage underneath, and the television. Here's a television, and it moves outward. So there's a way to unlatch it, but don't know where that is. Aha, little pinchy things. Anyway, you can pull it out and set it up the way you want, whether you want to view it from here or whether you want to view it from over here. Pretty versatile. All right. Then in the kitchen area, you have a dishwasher, double trash cans, more storage. This is an oven, and it has a rotisserie. It's also gas, stovetop, gas. And then the sink here, this is salt water. This would be purified water that's filtered for drinking. It's suitable for drinking. And this would be regular tank water made by the water maker. And you can just turn it on and move it in the direction that you want, hot or cold water. And then this is a built-in spice rack. storage up above, and another shelving unit here for more spices or tools or whatever you want to fit in there. And then here we have, I think they have stuff in here for the boat show, but you can put silverware and kitchen supplies. Another great feature that reminds me of being in my own home is a big refrigerator. Oh, and by the way, it's fully stocked with wine. Also very much like my own home. And a freezer. 3-drawer freezer there. Quite large. And then you have another drawer here. Again, boat show stuff is in there, but you can put your other things in there. So lots of great storage. Coming this way, we have this seating area, which is great for when you're up all night for those crossings, because you can lounge out here and still see the navigation desk there and be able to see out front if you don't want to be at the helm all night. So perfect seating here too, lots of seating. And let's see. This is, as I mentioned, the navigation station. As I understand it, I'm going to have to learn it all, but a lot of it is all controlled right here. You can check all of your consumables, run your air conditioner, water pumps, and stuff like that with this device. Got your radio here, and then this for navigation, and also it will give you information about the boat too. Speed, and then those are associated with the with the navigation that's up at the helm and the autopilot. And you have storage here. I'm not quite sure how this works. I think you lift it up and forward. There you go. Look at that. Gets out of the way. So the majority of the time, it's not in your way when you're not using it. And then you can just pull it back out when you want to sit here. So if you'll follow me downstairs to the owner's side. Okay, this here, they've got a mattress pad on top of it. There's a lot of storage underneath this bed, but this is an option to extend the bed, and I think we would go with that as well. But they just have a pad covering the normal size of the bed. But then there's storage underneath here. This all opens up, and most of the bed underneath there is available, as well as a drawer right there that opens up too. And you got a ledge here for setting your phone, plugging in your supplies. The USB ports as well, and chargers. This is all a 220 boat because it's built in Europe. Again, storage here. This one is hanging closet. It pulls out. Storage underneath all of this. All these here. Okay. And coming into the bathroom, the first thing you'll see here, one of my favorite things, is it's a washer dryer unit. Forgive my fingernail polish. Look at that. How horrible. Anyway, it's a washer dryer unit, and it does both. So if you want to dry it on the boat or hang it outside, it'd be your choice. But there you go. This is also great. This opens up. Storage up here. And who can live without a towel warmer? Ooh, it's on. Wow. Okay, better turn that off. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Yeah, you don't want that on. Okay. Anyways, warm now. Storage underneath here, and there's also a drawer here. on the side. Now this shower is deceiving because, okay, it's got this door here. It latches both inside and out. But you have the rain shower up top, and then you have the handheld sprayer. But what's deceiving about it is it looks kind of tiny. But if you come in here, it goes this direction and this direction. There's a seat in here as well. So horizontally, it is larger than it looks. And then, toilet. There we go. Now you can see it with a nice little window. And storage all underneath here too. Okay, so now I'll take you down into the guest quarters. So this is the way the bed would normally look over on the owner's side as well, without the additional attachments put in there to make it a full, well, I guess it's close to a king when you add those attachments, but this is more like a modified queen. So it could be like this, or you can add other parts to it to make it full. And it's set up exactly like the other side with storage space, outlets, plugs, USB, same windows, storage, hanging closet here. And then some people think it's uncommon. It is uncommon, but I happen to like the way this is set up because it gives you the opportunity to have separate space. So everybody on this hull, on this side, all your guests would be using this one toilet, and you have a sink. So they would have to share that, but it's a separate room to do that. And then, okay, so here's the other part of the guest quarters, is a separate room that has a sink and a shower. So one person can be showering and the other person can be using the facilities. And this shower is also deceiving. It's also pretty large, which is uncommon for catamarans too, I think. And it's a real shower, real working shower. A full blank mirror here. And then coming forward, you can have, there is a bench seat. This can be set up as a twin. This makes it more like a double, so you can seat or sleep two people here. And then, now this is going to be tricky. Oh, all right. Well, we're not going to do it. But anyway, this folds down to a twin size bunk bed. So if you really want to sleep a whole bunch of people on board, you can, because they can also sleep in the salon. But I would think probably no more than 6 people is probably comfortable, unless you have to accommodate someone for some reason beyond that. But
All right, here we are on the back. You can see the 2 big davits. They say they hold 450 pounds or kilos each, I guess. It has an electric, the lines to hold the dinghy up. It has these 2 poles, which has a shade that comes back to the back here, and then it hooks to the back of the dinghy, so it provides an extra lounge area that's in the shade back here. As well as the dinghy davit has the electric winch on it, so you can winch up the dinghy without any problems. It also has a shower down here and the hot and cold water engine compartments. If you want to, we'll open up and we'll show you the engine. It's got one, has 2 Yanmar 57 horsepower engines. Has all the electronics. It has the water pumps, has AC water pump. It has everything that you need to make your life easy when you're on the water. Those are fairly reliable engines. They're common rail engines made by Yanmar. They're the new design. They say they're pretty much maintenance free, which would be nice to have on a boat. All right, as we move forward, the sun is starting to set. You can see the solar panels that's on this boat. I think this one has 1,900 watts of solar power available to it. And if you notice, all the lines, all the rigging lines, all the sail lines, all the trim lines, and everything else runs back to the helm, which is over there. It's got the mid-raised helm, which is a nice feature to have. You're not in the back of the boat and all that stuff. Walking forward, you have the nice big trampoline made out of black net. That's definitely a plus to have because you can see through black. You can't see through a white net. So you can see the water underneath as well as see the anchor and everything else that's going on. And another nice thing that I really like about this boat, Shelly has her home, which is inside. I have my home, which would be in here. As you can see, that it's just a big cavernous space to store all tools and sails and everything else you need. Scooters, whatever else. There's another access that has the ladder to this area as well. Nice big hatch to get to it. Also, lots of storage underneath here. You can see all the storage that's in there. Round gas shocks. So it doesn't weigh anything. Anybody can open it or close it. And then in here is the anchor locker. As you can see, the anchor lock, the anchor chain, and everything else is up underneath there. It has a Lomar Luff Morans. I don't know how to say that basically, but it's a good windlass. As well as there's the life raft, and it has a pretty neat feature. If you pull the two lanyards, it has an escape hatch, and it falls out the bottom of the boat. And then you could just climb in the life raft from there, and it inflates. So you don't have to worry about that. It's got the electric windlass control there. And then the water hoses hooked there. One is seawater, one is fresh water. So you can hose off the anchor as it's coming up, get all the mud off of the anchor, and keep your anchor all nice and clean, as well as the chain. Nice. It has another forward locker up here to hold fenders and whatnot. It's got the foresail. I think this one has the blue water runner, which is on the top, which kind of looks like a big butterfly when it's open. And then this one has a Genoa on it as well. So you got two foresails. You can swap that out and put a Gennaker up front there, as well as it has rigging for a spinnaker or an asymmetrical spinnaker. We're moving on up here. This is one of the things that really sold me on this boat, is it has dagger boards. And the dagger boards, they're in the up position right now, and some people think that they are hydrofoils, but they're not hydrofoils. They just go straight down, and it allows the boat to point higher into the wind. So instead of being pushed to the side, because a catamaran doesn't have any keel to it. So if you have the dagger boards and you lower those down, or lower the downwind side down, then you can point higher into the wind without going sideways so much. You can see all the lines run back to the helm here, and it has two stations. So it has the sail trimming station up in the forward part here. All these are electric. heavy duty Performa winches, 2-speed, back and forth. All of the spin locks to lock all it down. Those are all the lines for the reefing. These are all the lines for the mainsail, and this is the line for the Genoa. All nice stuff. So all these spin locks, all nice and done. The Harkin 2-speed Performa winches, all good. And then on the helm here, on the helm has the throttles here, steering wheel. You can see almost all the entire side of the boat. If you stand down here, you can definitely see the lower corner of the boat for docking and everything else. As well as you can stand up here when you're docking into the boat. It's nice to be able to look in the direction that you're going instead of having to crane your neck and do it this way. So you can stand up here and control the boat into the dock. It's got a nice comfortable lounge chair so you can have more than one person sit with you on the helm and enjoy the scenery. And right now we have this beautiful sunset going on that's just absolutely amazing. All right, let's continue on down. And then it's got the winches here for if you had a code 0 sail or if you had a spinnaker sail. This is where you would adjust it here. This one is all electric on this boat as well. So really, really nice. So I think it's just a beautiful boat, the Catana OC50. It's got great performance. It's got great looking lines, and it feels like home.
So I hope I was able to show you a little bit about why I think this could be my home away from home, my home on the water, a home where I can spend a lot of time and sail the world.
Let's do it.